The Long Beach Police Department is committed to providing the public with information regarding significant incidents that occur in our community. This critical incident briefing is meant to provide you with context regarding video evidence of a recent officer-involved shooting. In accordance with Section 6254 of the Government Code, the information provided in this briefing is based on evidence gathered from our ongoing investigation and reflects what we know at this time. Our officers respond to rapidly evolving and often dangerous incidents every day. In the overwhelming majority of these situations, officers are able to resolve them peacefully. However, sometimes it is necessary for an officer to use force to protect others and themselves. We ask that viewers exercise caution when watching this briefing and other videos associated with this incident. Many of the images shown may be disturbing and strong in language. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
On Thursday, February 20th, 2020, at approximately 9:20 p.m., officers responded to the area of Market Street and Atlantic Avenue regarding reports of a shooting involving a male adult suspect. As officers responded to the call, they received updated information that the suspect was shooting a firearm in front of a restaurant in the 5400 block of Atlantic Avenue. The following is audio from a 911 caller who provided information regarding the suspect's description and actions.
Call 1, call on Thursday, February 20th, 2020, 9:18 and 51 seconds p.m.
Long Beach 911, do you need police, fire?
Hello, 911?
Yes, do you need police, fire, or paramedics?
Somebody just been shot inside of a store on South and on, you know where is that?
It was inside the...
No, it wasn't inside the... Ma'am, they shot him in front of a liquor store next to on Atlantic and Market Street.
Okay,
in his liquor store. He's on the floor. He's losing a lot of blood.
Okay, listen, we already have the police and paramedics on the way, okay? I have a few questions for you, okay?
Yes.
I just want to make sure this is by Market and Atlantic.
Baby, please. You not. You good. A towel?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Where exactly is this? Market and Atlantic over there?
Yes, ma'am. Market in Atlantic.
Okay, is it just one person that shot?
It was one person. He had a big gun. I'm not...
Okay, so one person did the shooting. Is that correct?
Huh?
Did you see the person who shot him? Hello?
Oh, my gosh. Ma'am.
Ma'am, what is your name?
This man is right here with a shotgun. He's walking just walking freely with the gun in his hand.
Okay, is he black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
He looks Hispanic, ma'am.
Okay, and how old? How old does he look, ma'am?
Ma'am, he looks like he's in his about late 20s, ma'am.
Late 20s. Okay, you're doing great. Okay, we have officers going over there as fast as they can, and this is helping.
With the gun.
Okay, what is he wearing? Color shirt and pants.
He is wearing a blue shirt with a cap on, with some black pants and some shoes, and he's just in the middle of the street. He looks like he's just gonna start shooting.
Okay.
He's just in the middle of the street, ma'am.
Stay on the ground and as far away as you can. You're doing great. Okay.
Within minutes of the initial 911 call, the first officer arrived and saw a male adult matching the suspect's description. He was armed with a shotgun and standing in the middle of the intersection. The officer got out of his police car and ordered the suspect to drop the weapon, but he refused and instead turned toward the officer with the shotgun. The officer fired his weapon at the suspect based on the threat to his life and the danger to the community. While the first officer was involved in the shooting, a second officer was approaching in his police car northbound on Atlantic Avenue. The second officer saw the suspect standing in the intersection and watched as the suspect turned and fired directly at him. The second officer believed there was an ongoing deadly threat to the community and to himself from an active shooter. Based on this belief, the officer intentionally struck the suspect with his car to prevent the suspect from shooting anyone else. The second officer continued to drive north on Atlantic Avenue, made a U-turn, and returned to the scene where another officer was already rendering aid to the suspect. As soon as he exited his car, the second officer learned that a victim with a gunshot injury was inside a nearby business. The officer collected his first aid kit and ran to aid the victim until the fire department arrived. The body-worn camera, worn by the officer involved in the shooting, was not activated at the time of the incident. However, the following video is the body-worn camera footage from the officer who was driving the police car that struck the suspect. The camera is worn at chest level and captures a general perspective from that angle.
Be advised, 3 Charlie 21 is advising 998 Market in Atlantic. All units assisting, switch over to channel 3. 3 Charlie 21 are officers accounted for.
3 Charlie 21, officers are code 4. We need fire.
Get in and around and copy, all officers are code 4.
3 Charlie 21, back up!
3 Charlie 21.
This photo was taken at the scene and shows damage to the second officer's car. The windshield damage resulted from the impact between the car and the suspect. These photos show damage to the second officer's car from the suspect's gunfire. This photo is of the suspect's shotgun, which was located at the scene. The suspect, later identified as 22-year-old Luis Ramirez of Long Beach, was determined deceased at the scene. During the investigation, it was learned that 2 victims were injured as a result of the suspect's gunfire. The male victim was treated for a non-life-threatening gunshot wound to his upper torso, and the female victim was treated for a non-life-threatening gunshot wound to her lower torso. As we do with all officer-involved shootings, the incident will go through a multi-level internal review process. Upon conclusion of the investigation and review process, a final determination will be made by the Chief of Police as to whether the officer's actions were consistent with our department's policies. Our internal review process does not make a determination about whether the officer's actions were lawful. That determination will be made by the District Attorney's Office, which conducts an independent separate investigation into all officer-involved shootings that result in injury or death.
The Long Beach Police Department believes key principles in maintaining public trust are preserving life, protecting our community, and ensuring all uses of force are reasonable. The use of deadly force can be traumatic for everyone involved. Each encounter is unique and requires officers to make split-second decisions during tense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving circumstances without the benefit of hindsight. Thank you for watching this critical incident briefing. If you would like more information regarding our policies and procedures, please visit longbeach.gov/police.